Attack on Titan fans love to complain about Mappa, and their take on Attack on Titan and how to animate it. The amount of complaints over the matter is actually insane. When Mappa is bringing you guys top tier Attack on Titan in a short time frame, just remember this is what Wit provided season 1 with. How many of you actually went back to watch earlier seasons recently? How do you know it's not nostalgia speaking? Well, I'm here to give you a few examples and talk about it all today. Before the rundown of Attack on Titan, let's quickly speak on studio changes in the industry. They're quite common, and most of the time they are clowned upon, since the fans only really notice the change if the quality of the animation drops. For example, look at 7 Deadly Sins. The first 2 seasons were animated by A1 and Aniplex together, but after that the anime got moved onto Studio Dean. That's where the animation really hit the shitter. And I mean really. We're all familiar with this image right here. Like, come on bro. This is why 7 Deadly Sins basically kinda died. It happens to shows all the time. Even One Punch Man suffered a similar fate, where season 2 just couldn't hold its own against season 1. So for Mappa to do such an incredible job in such a short time span is truly something else, and should be admired. In order to animate this series, they had to do everything from scratch. Redo character designs, character sheets, create 3D rigs, and so much more. And here is my opinion on the matter. They did an amazing job. Mappa's style fits Attack on Titan so much more at this point. We're currently having a gritty political drama which just wouldn't suit the more cartoonish style of earlier seasons. But watching an emotional war between countries, not just some kids killing titans anymore. This change was good, and a lot of the differences between the studios could be boiled down to the thematic differences. For example, how the Wit seasons are coloured in far more vibrant colours, with that yellowish misty atmosphere everywhere, could be used to show hope in a brighter future, or that the characters are moving forward and things are getting better. That is completely gone in the new seasons, and honestly looking back, I'm glad it's gone on a stylistic point, since it was always kinda annoying and just wouldn't have aged well. But also on a thematic point, it could signify the fact that the hope for Eldians to live a normal peaceful life is gone now. Edgy Aaron has done it again for everyone. And obviously to make this fair and show that I'm not just deep-throating Mappa's cock, let's talk about the fights and Titans overall. I do agree that I preferred Titans in the earlier seasons and that they looked better, but this is not to say the CGI is terrible or Mappa is ruining it. The little texture that they slapped onto the titles was a great visual representation to show that they're Titans and not just weirdly shaped nudists running around. I did enjoy that. Earlier seasons made the Titans look a bit more creepy. Some of the designs of the eyes really make them feel alive and like there is something going on in the brain, even if there isn't. In Mappa's defense, we could say that the Titans are portrayed as less creepy, since now we know they're just people, and overall they're so much weaker than they used to be. Humanity is better equipped to fight them, so why would we need to be scared? Since you guys love to shit on Mappa and current animation, let's just see what Wit came out with on the first airing with season 1. This is your studio, by the way. They created this and aired it. You really think what Mappa is putting out on their first try is bad? This was obviously fixed for the Blu-ray release, but that doesn't change the fact that this is what people saw at first. Comparatively, Mappa is doing a far better job at creating visuals in a shorter time span. They're using CGI so you guys can have more great looking visuals for more episodes. Why thin out the budget for some scenes when you can create a good looking CGI model which is easier to animate and will look just as good and take less time? Mappa is giving you guys more consistent visual experience, so there aren't as many scenes where it's just facial pans for 30 seconds. Stop complaining about dumb shit and just enjoy the show whilst it's here.